My name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are Your Bourbon Journey.
Welcome back, travelers. This is episode 5 of our FlaviAIR Advent Calendar journey. Captain, are the passengers confirmed for the next leg of our journey?
Affirmative. We have cleared the flight pass for days 13, 14, and 15. I hear there will be a single grain showdown.
Well, let's see where the world of FlaviAIR takes us today.
Welcome to Charlottesville, Virginia, and day 13. Virginia Distillery Company was born from the vision of Dr. George G. Moore, who moved from Ireland to Virginia in the 1970s. By 2011, he and his family realized his passion for crafting premium whiskey, merging old world traditions with new world innovation. Over a decade of dedication has established their house distilled single malt as a hallmark of skilled craftsmanship and heritage. The Courage and Conviction Double Cask Reserve American Single Malt is a masterclass in precision. This whiskey is aged for a minimum of 5 years in a first filled bourbon barrels and STR Europe red wine cask, creating a layer and complex profile. The aging culminates in a gradual, deliberate blending process honoring tradition while pushing the boundaries of innovation.
Well, that sounds pretty interesting. We like American single malts and we enjoy red wine. We might enjoy this.
We certainly do.
I can smell the single malt in it. That's the first thing I get on the nose.
Oh yeah.
Barley. Definitely barley. I'm not picking up the wine note yet on the nose, are you?
I think I am. You're right with barley, but there's an interesting sort of funk. If we were drinking a vintage bottle, I'd say dusty funk, but it's not that. There's something else there. And I'm just wondering if it's the wine cask.
I'm just not feeling any like grape notes or anything like that right now. So got some decent legs. How about we go ahead and taste it?
Cheers to Virginia Distilling Company. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay. Definitely single malt. It's warm. Hint of wine, but it's not prevalent. It's not coming forward really heavy as a wine finish.
I need to taste this again because I'm trying to put together a thought.
That was just my first taste thoughts. To be honest, the taste is very similar to the nose right now for me.
Definitely a single malt. There's an odd thing going on toward the middle of the palate. I think it is red wine, but it's bitter. And as it goes down in the back, it becomes almost like this popping pepper, if you can imagine. And the finish is very short for me.
Different experience for me. I was finding when it first hits my palate, I was starting on that second try to get some wine notes. Some of the floral notes, the dark grape notes of a really dark red wine. But then, like you said, it goes almost a little bit bitter. As it gets toward the back, that's what I found it doing. But the finish is pretty long. I still can feel the finish, but your little pops of pepper, I almost feel like it's a red pepper. It's very spicy on the finish, which is interesting because barley is usually pretty gentle and red wine is usually not that effect on me.
For me, it doesn't mesh together well. I'm somebody that came from red wine to bourbon and now heading towards single malt and things like that. So my familiarity with red wine is there and it's not coming through. And I love barley. And there's some sort of weird thing going on in my palate that is not working personally.
For me, it's not a bad experience. It's just, it's okay, is how I would say it. It had some really phenomenal wine finished bourbons. Now this isn't bourbon, it's single malt, and that could be the thing. We do have a couple of wine finished single malts that I have really enjoyed. I just feel you could almost bring the wine notes forward a bit more. And I think if there was a little bit more wine note in here, they would marry better and it would be a more fulfilling experience. But it's not bad, but I probably wouldn't buy a bottle.
I wouldn't. I could drink a glass of it. If I were out somewhere and it were on the menu and it were reasonably priced, I probably would get it.
Yeah.
I personally would not buy it.
Let's get our seat belts buckled up and see where we're flying to now. Welcome to Redmond, Oregon and day 14. Founded in 2009, Oregon Spirit Distillers thrives in the heart of Oregon's high desert, where craft and nature meet. The distillery embodies the spirit of the state by using locally grown grains and water sourced from the Cascade Mountains. Committed to sustainability, their craft celebrates Oregon's authenticity and produces whiskeys that honor the land's legacy. A true reflection of this dedication, the Bottled in Bond wheat whiskey is crafted from Oregon's finest winter wheat, accented by rye and malted barley. Aged for 5 years in the cool, crisp air of Bend's high Cascade Mountains, this limited expression celebrates the abundant harvests and masterful precision that make Oregon's whiskey heritage extraordinary. So we got a wheat whiskey here.
That's definitely a big difference here, going off of this single malt and now going over to this winter wheat whiskey.
It was interesting hearing what it contains, that it's the winter wheat, rye, and barley, because usually they exchange the rye out. It's rare that you have rye in a wheat whiskey. Usually they go corn or they go high ends of wheat. So we've had ups and downs with wheat whiskeys recently. Some we just love and think they're phenomenal, and some we've been kind of on. So I'm hoping we enjoy this.
Well, I am too. Let's go ahead and give it a nose.
It's got a good nose.
Okay, now what's funny is this.
It smells like wine.
Yes, what I was expecting on the first one, and you're sure you poured these right.
Yeah. I did them one at a time.
Yeah, I'd question it, except that
It smells like wine.
It smells like wine, but there's no barley. So I know you didn't mix it up. But it's boom wine.
It's crazy.
It's like a white wine.
This is crazy. The nose is super sweet, which I often do anticipate for a wheat whiskey, although we've had some more recently that were quite savory. But they didn't say it was finished, but it's a bottle and bond, so we know it's 100 proof.
I'm looking forward to trying this because I feel like I'm smelling white wine.
Let's go ahead and taste it.
Okay.
Cheers to the Oregon Spirit Distillers.
Cheers.
The wine's gone for me now. That's really interesting.
I still get the wine, and I get rye spice.
I'm getting some rye spice, which is funny. So taking a wheat whiskey and amping it up a little bit, which is interesting to me. I'm not sure we've had a wheat whiskey with rye in it.
No, I don't recall. I certainly don't think I've had a wheat whiskey that reminded me of white wine.
Just from a nose to palate comparison, the nose is super sweet, but it gets a little spicy on the palate. So it's not an expected journey from the nose to the palate.
No. And it actually gets spicier as it goes on.
It's so sweet on the nose and it's got this spiciness. I'm not getting a lot of the winter wheat on the palate. I just don't know if the altitude of the mountains did something during the aging process.
I feel like I'm getting winter rye. I really feel like I'm drinking a grape, spicy rye, a whiskey.
I love the nose on this though. If I were just gonna sit around and sniff it and just nose it for a while, I would enjoy this nose. But when it gets to the palate, I think it's because it's such a different experience than the nose. It didn't set it up well for me.
This flight should actually be called the flight of confusion because so far, that I don't know. This I would not buy.
Yeah, it's not my thing. It's got some positives. Again, the nose is fantastic. It's got really nice legs. It drinks its proof, I think, at 100. It doesn't have a super long finish for me. That rye to me is just changing the wheat whiskey experience. That's just my thought, but I appreciate being able to taste something from then. I doubt we would find it in our local liquor store, so it still makes it a great pour and a nice dram to experience.
So let's go ahead and board the plane and go to our last leg for this part of the trip as we take journey. Welcome to Osaka, Japan, and day 15. Asahi Whiskey's story began with Ilgashima Shuzu, or White Oak Distillery, a historic distillery near Osaka Bay in Akashi. Dating back to the Edo period, this family-run operation transitioned from sake brewing to whiskey making in 1919, pioneering Japan's whiskey legacy. The distillery blends century-old craftsmanship with reverence for seasonal rhymes, producing spirits that embody coastal charm and meticulous artistry. The featured Akashi whiskey is an exceptional expression of this tradition. Distilled from wheat, barley, and rye, it balances malty sweetness, citrus, and a touch of salinity drawn from its seaside maturation. Its aging process, which includes ex-bourbon, barley shoko, and sherry cask, results in an approachable yet refined whiskey, perfect for everyday enjoyment or as an introduction to Japanese whiskey.
Well, that sounds pretty fascinating. Now, if I heard you right, it has wheat, barley, and rye in it.
Yes.
Which is what this one had in it. So I'm curious to see the differences here. We've had one Japanese whiskey thus far that we enjoyed greatly. As a matter of fact, we purchased it on FlaviAIR because it was so good. It's got a light nose, very fragrant.
This, I think, has the best nose of the three.
Mm-hmm. This is light, fragrant, almost floral.
Florals, yeah, floral, I think, spot on. It's sweet.
Mm-hmm. Very fragrant. It's got some terrific legs forming on it. I also found the story interesting that they made sake into the early 1900s and then switched to doing this.
That's very interesting. I'm somebody that likes sake.
Oh, this has fabulous legs.
I'm ready to try this guy.
Yep.
Cheers to Akashi whiskey.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Now that matches its nose very well.
It's floral. You get barley. Barley comes up right away. And it matches really well with this sweet sort of floral profile. And it's 80 proof. Interesting.
Yeah, it's very light. The floral and fragrance stays on the palate. The viscosity is helpful because it's a lower proof, but that viscosity is allowing it to lay on your tongue a little bit longer to gather the flavors, I think.
I'll tell you, I'm getting a lot of barley.
The barley is the strongest grain in here. We didn't have the mash bill, but it's definitely the strongest grain for me. It's not the wheat and it's not the rye.
Yeah, it's dominant, but it's not obnoxious.
It doesn't taste like a single malt.
There's still an element of sweetness to it.
It's definitely its own lane because it's light, fragrant. I would call it an easy sipper, super easy to drink. I would probably enjoy this in the springtime or the summer because it's got that light brightness to it.
It is enjoyable. It's a bottle worth having around the house. I'm not sure I would buy it.
Yeah, this would be my choice. If arms are twisted and you have to buy one from each flight we do, I would buy this one for sure.
Yes.
It's got a lot of nice notes to it. It's got a nose that matches the palate, so I don't have any kind of shock going on as it hits my tongue. And it does have a very short finish, though, I will say that. The finish is not long at all. It's probably the shortest finish of the three, but it's a pleasant experience overall. For that reason, if I were to buy one, it would be that, but I probably would not pull the trigger on this one at this time. But I would be happy to drink it if we were out somewhere or someone had a bottle of it. I'd be, yeah, let me try that again.
And raise our glass as the plane is going to land, and now we're going to head back into the terminal here.
Take us back home.
And take us back home, and we will be putting together our itinerary for the next flight. Thank you for joining us on FlaviAIR. If you like what we do, hit the subscribe button. Always remember to drink responsibly, even when you're on an international flight. Cheers.
Cheers.